Good morning, dear friends. Let us welcome the new day together as we feel the presence of God. There's no denying. God exists and reigns supreme in the universe, the creator and sustainer of our lives, inviting us to greater harmony. And today, Cornelio Pires, through the hands of the medium Chico Xavier, writes to us. In Portuguese, it's very poetic. It's a poetic conversation. For us, it's the contents more than the poem, as we freely translate to you here at Kardec Radio. Today he talks about health, disease, and defense. Let's not forget that Cornelio Pires, the spirit author, he used to be a journalist and know much about the traditions of the people in Brazil. And here he brings cases, and sometimes even funny cases, that tells about our lives. He begins today by saying, "My dear Celso Proença, here are some notes of the very little that I know about disease. There is a truth that cannot be left alone. Each person in life finds what they do. Each person harvests what they sow. That's the point that I refer to. Each person, each individual will harvest in time what they left in the pathway. We here having this principle, something that nobody can deny. The key of the solution to the cases of infirmity. On earth, there's much disease, much infirmity, that I can affirm without any mistake. Infirmities that begin in our willingness to eat without a pause and our lack of hygiene. But in the world, there are certain evils that are very stubborn, and that we have them, and they are means of defense. We are what we request. I very closely note to you, tired and afflicted souls, struggles, processes, strange petitions. Those who see within the grave penalties, they plea that they had great penalties. They plead for mutilations that make them be away from crime. Many people who used to create wars, conflicts, now they supplicate for a cradle in penury, in misery, and in the trial of blindness. The hearts that once betrayed the affections in the past, now they pray for a body that is tortured in its sexuality. Those who used to listen to nonsense, now they ask for difficult problems indeafness. Delinquent alcoholics, under profound remorse, they flee for troubled kidneys that make them sober in the world. Many people in other times that were nourishing with hatred, they encounter a new cradle in impairments, mental impairments. Those who cultivated discord, creating darkness in their study, now they ask for an internship in a very fragile and mute body. My dear, think and you'll see. Without extreme reasoning, disease comes as a chart that we created. It seems contradictory, but there is a secure law. Guilt, the guilt that we attract, develops in disease that heals us. Cornelio Pires, I know, the way he says, it's case by case, but it goes hand in hand with everything else in Spiritism. It's a science. In chapter 19, part 2 of the book Evolution in Two Worlds, Andrea Luiz explains to us that our predispositions to illnesses begin with grave mistakes. We make a grave mistake, we create a knot of disturbance in our spiritual body, and that will make us attract diseases. If we don't correct ourselves, it's going to be worse and worse and worse until we educate ourselves. So diseases can be a helping friend. Yes, it can. Preventing us from incurring graver mistakes. So whenever we feel the limitations of the body, instead of cursing, let's bless it. Today we're going to bless because it's the pathway to healing. Diseases may be along the way as means to make us heal. In this pandemic, one thing that goes hand in hand with what Cornelio Pires is saying is we need to be more hygienic in the world. And if you say, but everybody does it, not well. Science already shows to us that people don't even know how to wash their hands properly. Yeah, you need to soap your hands very well, 20 seconds minimum, and then wash it out. We don't do this. We put the soap in the hand and we barely wash it. We barely create that soapy feeling and we already wash it away. It doesn't help. It needs to be in a different way. So we're talking about so many things that need to be improved so we can live better. The good news is we're learning. You're learning. I'm learning. So today we bless the limitations. We bless the impediments because they are means for our spiritual liberation. You and I will pray now, forming a current of healing, not only for us, but for everyone who is in need. After all, we're connected in different parts of the United States and the world. Let us then pray. We want to pray, dear Lord, visualizing health, visualizing harmony, visualizing healing energies. We don't want to be healed to go back to our old habits. We want to be healed from within, first and foremost, to correct our habits, creating new ones. Dear God, with Spiritism, we are learning the beauty of educating ourselves and the beauty of having spiritual guidance every day at all times. We want to be empowered in our ways of feeling life. We no longer want to abuse the body or anything or anyone. We don't. We want to help. We want to be kind and loving to our physical bodies and bless the limitations that it has temporarily, so we can learn to feel differently, to feel that we are your children with the potential to blossom in new talents. Thank you for co-creating, making us co-creators in your creation. We now visualize our homes being enveloped by your healing, balancing its energy field, helping us deeply so we can reach out to people with greater ease. Dear God, we visualize this light enveloping our neighbors' homes, our work establishments, children's schools, hospitals, nursing homes, prisons, shelters, refugee camps. Dear Lord, we thank you for the blessings, always. And we would love to be better today than yesterday. We will observe your laws and their harmony and how we can better comply with your love, your loving proposal, and so be it. It always feels amazing to pray. And to pray together, it's wonderful. And the messages that they bring to us, the spirits are telling us today to value health and to value the blessings of limitations in the body, including diseases. We want to heal from within. Let us then observe the law of love and be happier. Thank you, friends. Thank you, Daisy. Thank you, Narciso. Thank you, Nora. Thank you, Bruce. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, John De Rosa. Thank you, Adeli. Thank you, Mairte. Thank you, Cláudia Rodrigues. Thank you, Mariane. A big hug to you and the family. Thank you, friends, and see you tomorrow in another morning prayer here at Cardiac Radio, where we're always nourishing our souls. Thank you, friends.